Is it not clocking to you? We standing on business. What's up? I'm Dai.
And I'm Jess.
Yeah, we'll get into Culture Corner after sports news, so stick around for that.
And on Savage Sports this week, Asia Wilson dominates as WNBA stars demand leadership change. Chiefs clean sweep over Lions ignites NFL rigging debate. We already know the truth. Athletes break silence. The real dangers of artificial turf. And athletes been jumping up and down, screaming off the rooftops about this for years. And from what I heard in the past, the owners just do not give a damn. Shout out to the Raiders owner, Mark Davis, for keeping that natural grass for his players.
It does seem common sense that that's the way it is. Like, you see all these injuries and stuff, and they're not even batching an eye off of it. But
They do not care.
yeah. Then in Culture Corner this week, Mario explains healing energy crystals and his spiritual journey. We'll get into that. Darius McCrary's arrest. Is that how you say it? But he's a Family Matters star, so child support, courtroom confusion, and what's next for the TV star. And then Sora 2's AI video controversy, deceased icon deepfakes, legal fights, and the battle over digital likeness. We'll get all into that. Appreciate y'all being here. We are back. Yeah, it was just, I was tired that week. I was like nodding off. I couldn't get the stories together. We were at Six Flags. This is where I got the jacket and stuff, so it was pretty cool. But Jess, what's up?
Man, life happens, you know. Y'all know that out there. We going through some stuff.
Yeah.
This week, beginning of the week, somebody that works as partners with the company I work at, I sit in the office next to them every day. You know, one of the employees came over and let me know, you know, they were like, you know, my coworker just died. You know, their partner that comes in the office with them every day, they talk to them every day. They seemed healthy, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And then one day they were there talking about, hey, we'll just get lunch tomorrow. You know, I'm tired. And the next day they were gone. And that just tells y'all that, you know, you are not guaranteed tomorrow. You are not. Live it up today. You know what I mean? Just don't keep putting it off till tomorrow because it is not promised. It is not promised. Cherish what you got. Cherish the people that are around you.
Nice.
You know, people think that they're invincible and they have unlimited time, and you know that is not the case. So
I think I want to highlight that, like, choices and all this whole show, choices that we make. I think that's very important also. Who knows? Rest in peace to that person, but, you know, the choices that people make. I don't know. That's super sad.
Yeah.
Damn, Jess.
yeah,
Dark.
it was sad, bro.
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
So bad. Damn. But yeah, we break down the news, add context, and give our honest take. Our goal: educate, spark discussions for educational entertainment purposes. Always stay to the end for viral views. Share your thoughts with us. Hit that like button. Share this episode with a friend, and it's free to follow the channel. Click the link and sign up for a chance to win free merch. But yeah, before we get into it, this show is powered by Ecamm Live. We partnered with them for live streaming. Ecamm Live is a top-tier Mac software built for creators, professionals, and businesses. It features multi-camera support, real-time camera switching, screen sharing, overlays, and integrated audience comments. The intuitive interface makes streaming, recording, podcasting, and presenting simple with seamless integration across all platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Ecamm Live is the go-to solution for producing high-quality live broadcasts. Start your free 14-day trial today by clicking the link provided or the QR code. Appreciate it. Support us so we can support you guys. Yeah, support us, guys, so we could service you with the entertainment and the news of our thoughts on everything. Let Culture Speak Live, episode 58. Welcome back to the show. Let's get into it.
Turn the mic on, let the culture speak. Got some sports talk, 7 days a week. From the courts to the streets, headlines stay bleak. Talk shows out now, let the culture peak.
page too. Yeah, we're live on the Facebook page. Thank you for the 100 followers on the business page, and yeah, we're on Twitch. We are on fucking oh my god, I just Rumble and YouTube, everything else. But yeah, just you.
Dang. Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces. At least we know one of Mark Davis's teams can bring home a championship multiple times. Raiders suck. Anyways, Las Vegas Aces swept the Phoenix Mercury in the WNBA Finals, capping a historic season. Wilson grabbed Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and the scoring title. Something not even Jordan managed in a single NBA season. Over the last 5 years, Wilson's collected 6 major titles, shattered playoff records, and now ranks 3rd all-time in WNBA playoff points before turning 30. But while Wilson's greatness is obvious, the WNBA's leadership is facing heat. Indiana's Sophie Cunningham called out the league. They might be really great business people, but they don't know shit about basketball. Do league bosses really understand the game? Link star Nafisa Collier, a rookie, and rookie phenom Caitlin Clark are demanding transparency, better pay, and respect. What happens when stars speak out? With the CBA expiring soon, will leadership finally listen, or will frustration boil over?
Yeah, congrats to Asia Wilson and the Mercury. Like, goddamn,
Asia Wilson and the Aces.
Oh, against the Mercury, they swept them 4-0. Closing out the season.
She is her. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Every season she brings that heat. And honestly, I want to say at the beginning of the season, the Aces kind of started off a little slow this season. They started off a little slow. I didn't think it was going to end like this.
Not sure about the
I actually think I know the Lynx were like coming in hot at the beginning of the season. So, but the true champs prevailed.
Yeah, for sure.
I know Mark Davis is happy. He's like, at least one of my teams can make me proud.
And then, after this, you still got the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement. And even, what's her name? The Mercury's top player, Satoya Sabali, spoke out about saying too much games, not enough player prioritizing players' well-being and stuff. So, it's just they don't really know. I'm pretty sure they don't really know the leadership. They're just all about money and stuff at this point. They're going to have more games. They want more games so they can get more money. But at the risk of these players, these women, they can't play at the level of NBA stars really much. Am I wrong on that?
I mean, what do you mean by that? Like,
I don't know.
like their performance?
Performance-wise, more game levels.
Like how many games that they can
More
play
games, more
versus how many games that men can play?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We all obviously know NBA players they play at a different level than WNBA, which is why they're in 2 separate leagues.
Mm-hmm.
But for the matter of how many games that they're capable of playing, I do not know. I don't know.
I mean, they're getting more of the spotlight, so they're expecting more. That means more games, practice more harder, and then I think they were at a comfortable spot. Honestly, in my opinion, they were in a comfortable spot. Now they're getting more attention. Fans, you have more fans wanting to take pictures with you, have signatures. There was that one player that felt weird that a fan was actually waiting for her to get an autograph, That's what you got to expect. But the Aces are the first WNBA team to three-peat since 2002. Wilson's playoff average was 27 points per game. 2025 finals TV ratings set a new WNBA record. Yeah, it was like 1.5 million people watching. So, again, more eyes on that. The CBA expires in October with record attendance at union meetings. Wilson is the youngest win finals MVP 3 times. Any final thoughts on that, Jess?
Yeah, I mean, the WNBA is getting their recognition, and I hope they keep trending in the right direction. It's good to hear. It's good to see. Yeah, so I hope things work out. I hope they figure out the best situation for the players, because we all know, for the most part, those star players in the WNBA, they are not getting the majority of their money from playing in the WNBA. They're getting their money from all the endorsements. And not every player obviously gets that. Not all of them are stars like that. So hopefully they get a good pay to keep doing this beautiful game they call basketball.
Yeah, you saw Angel Reese actually modeling for Victoria's Secret's
modeled
underwear
the
and
Victoria's Secret show this past week.
Fucking cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They're making money moves outside of the game.
Mhm.
So, big stars like that, they have other ways of getting means. Obviously WNBA for them is not end all be all type deal. So
yeah. But yeah, comment below your thoughts. What do you guys think on that? Yeah. Major win for them, swept them, and CBA. Let's see what else is gonna happen with that. We'll definitely follow up on that. And yeah, congrats for the Aces for sure.
yeah, and just another jab at my boys in the silver and black. I love y'all bad. Sometimes I wish I didn't, but the Las Vegas Aces, the Las Vegas Knights hockey team, they both have championships in Vegas already, and y'all ain't even got a playoff win yet. Step it up. Come on. What are y'all doing?
And just the attendance in general for the Raiders too. Actually filling up those seats
they fill up them seats. They just ain't got home field advantage.
Mm-hmm.
They filled with other teams' fans, which is disgusting to see every Sunday. I'm just like that. For you to be at home,
it's a tourist
and can't hear nothing is crazy work. That would have never happened in Oakland, but unfortunately, it didn't work out that way.
Wilson's season proves greatness is both stats and leadership, but real progress means league-based need to hear the players. Bosses need to hear the players. The WNBA stands at a crossroad. Listen to its stars or risk losing them. The solution, honest dialogue, fair pay, and respect for the game. That's how you build a legacy. Appreciate that, Jess. Yeah. Let's move on. We got a lot.
Natalie Silva's college soccer hopes vanish after a torn ACL on turf, forcing her into rehab for over a year. She's part of a growing group from high school athletes to NFL stars like Travis Kelce and Odell Beckham Jr., blaming artificial turf for injuries. A 2024 study found season-ending knee and ankle injuries are more common on turf than on grass. Silva's doctor pointed to her cleats gripping too tightly on the surface, increasing injury risk. The NFL Players Association and physical therapists are pushing for natural grass, but turf persists because it's cheaper and needs less upkeep and stays green all year. Critics say this saving is an illusion, ignoring long-term health costs. Chemical concerns have led some cities to ban crumb rubber fields. While players' stories keep the debate alive, the NFL claims injury rates are similar on both surfaces, but many are skeptical. With over 13,000 turf fields nationwide and more added regularly, the stakes are high, especially for young athletes whose dreams and health are on the line. Yeah, this has been a big deal for a long time. Like, I know the athletes have been fighting about this for the longest, about this turf. And the owners do not want to hear that shit. And they've made it clear that they don't give a damn. There's only like a few owners who are dedicated to the natural grass thing. I'm going to point back to the Las Vegas Raiders. They pull their field out during the week and let the sun, grow their, they manage their grass. That is grass that they have. They made sure, in Oakland they had a baseball diamond with some grass, but they made sure they maintained that natural grass deal. I'm actually not too familiar with other teams that have natural grass. I know there's a few, but NFL owners, I know this was like a even bigger deal. I want to say I don't know if it ever went to a vote or anything like that, but at the league owners meeting, but turf has been complained about for years.
I mean, look at it, though. It's not natural at all. You have concrete at the bottom, rocks at the bottom. You have sand, and then it's not dirt. Dirt can soften up. Even when it's raining, it can soften up. You could bounce back, like not a whole lot bouncing back, but like enough cushion to succumb a fall or injury or so. That turf thing is just hard. It's like wood in my perspective, or whatever rubber is still hot. Even the temperatures heats up on that too. Yeah, which is crazy, but. It's common sense that I said this offline. Like, it's common sense to think that turf and grass are a totally different thing, and the officials say that it's the same injuries occurring on both grass and turf. Yeah, I highly doubt that shit. But they just trying to save face and save money too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the athletes are themselves, they're the ones that are playing on it and they're complaining about it. I don't know why you wouldn't take their word for it. They're the ones down there on the field having to perform on it, and they do not like it. They would prefer natural grass. So
yeah,
give them the natural grass. Y'all got the money for it. Like, it's cheaper enough. Y'all are rich. Y'all are billionaires.
The shit that Tyreek Hill was playing on, was it turf?
I am not sure. I have no idea.
Bro,
where were they at? Were they at home when he messed up his leg?
I forgot who he was playing with. Anyways, over 1,500 new turf fields are installed each year in the U.S. A growing number of schools are banning turf. Are parents finally being heard? The EPA found crumb rubber chemicals on players' skin after games. Turf toe and burns are up 30% since 2020. Some soccer clubs abroad have returned to natural grass after player protests. Even that with the cleats and stuff, like, it really digs into the grass. And I don't know who was it, but said that they almost slipped because of it and stuff. Oh my god. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on. I know they were saying, it's similar to the injuries are similar to if players are protesting about it, there's something to it. Like, come on, they're the ones playing on it, and they're going as far as protesting about it.
Yeah. Comment below your thoughts. What do you guys think? We already gave our thoughts on it, and the players too. You got big name players talking about it and wanting it banned. Listen. What just said, listen to the players.
Yeah, they're the ones that got to deal with it.
Yeah, they do.
You don't want your favorite player to be injured out on Sunday.
Yep, Tyreek Hill. Jeez. Okay. If athletes from high school to the NFL are speaking out, maybe it's time we listen. We can't ignore mounting injuries and health fears. The best play, demand transparent research, invest in safer surfaces, and let athlete health, not just budgets, set the standard for every field. Even that. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Fuck. But after this last story, we'll get into Culture Corner. Sora 2, AI video generator. Mario talks of WitchCraft, and then Family Matters star Darius McCrary. I don't know how to say that fucking name, but he played. Was it Eddie? I think so. But his Family Matters star Eddie.
Yeah.
There's a lot to get into that. That's entertainment and educational purposes, but a lot of people are talking about that, and I think they're missing the point. So stick with us there. It's probably a teaching moment for a lot of you guys. So appreciate it. Let's get into the last of Savage Sports.
A story we know all too well. We talked about this actually before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it's all in here. So.
Did the NFL let the Chiefs play by their own rules? Of course they didn't.
Supposedly.
On October 12, 2025, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Detroit Lions 30-17 without a single accepted penalty. The Lions, meanwhile, drew 4 flags, including one that erased.
And Goff out of there, direct snap, throw to Goff, who gets it and scores a touchdown.
And pause, or at some point in the backfield, and he can't before he goes in motion, or after he goes in motion. He can't be in motion as he does this.
Did it matter that he actually tapped the center to let him know he was leaving? That.
All right, quick thoughts on that though. Like, was it?
You cannot call a penalty that it wasn't called during the play. Okay, it's not reviewable because it was like, I think they said it was a minute and some change before they took away the touchdown. You cannot do that. That is not something that is done in the NFL. It's not a reviewable thing to call a penalty after the fact. No flags were thrown, and all of a sudden this penalty. No, that was horrible. That was horrible. That was, y'all should have, I don't know. They had to pull something out their ass, but you cannot do that. You've never seen that done. No flag was thrown. You can't. When did illegal motion become reviewable? No. What? How did Kansas City go from 13 penalties the week before to none? Fans flooded social media with conspiracy theories. Was this just discipline, or did the refs look the other way? The controversy echoes last year's Taylor Swift-driven media spectacle and recent Super Bowl logo prophecy debates. Are the Chiefs getting special treatment, or is this just more NFL drama? Andy Reid insists officials were fair, but can we trust perfection in football? Did specific missed calls swing momentum? As debates rage on, the NFL faces a credibility test. Now, obviously, refs are human. They're not going to make every call. We know this. But to blatantly take away a touchdown on something y'all didn't even call, not at all. That, if that ain't rigged, I don't know what it, allegedly. I don't know what is. But the NFL is classification, is entertainment. It is not sports. So do with that information you will.
For someone that doesn't really is into football and thinking like maybe possibility, yeah, they probably got it wrong. They make mistakes calls, and you know the public really eyes in on that and creates videos and creates these conspiracy theories. You know, that's a possibility for someone that doesn't really pay attention into it. So I don't know. Anything else, Jess?
Yeah, that was just a bunch of bullshit, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say.
Especially that holding call on Kelsey too, right?
They got away with a lot of stuff, but like I said, you could pull up any game and see like a blatant hold call, and that is just honestly whatever on that stuff. Some people is rare, but it does happen. Some people just don't get a penalty called on them. It happens. Is that
conspiracy? Is that rigged?
Logical? Is that realistic? No. You can almost any fan that's looking for it. Yeah. You can damn near point out a penalty on every single play. Yeah. For real. But then the game would never end. So I think they go about it with discretion. Like, okay, that wasn't enough for me to be throwing a flag. But for a team to have a perfect game is really not likely. But like I said, even erasing all that, the fact that you guys called an illegal motion penalty a minute and some change after the fact and there was no flag thrown on the active play is insane. It doesn't make any sense. That right there, it's not even about them having a clean game. Because like they said, the Lions didn't accept a few, so technically they didn't have a clean game, but
Mm-hmm.
To take away a whole touchdown on some bullshit like that is crazy. Now that raises eyebrows and it makes them look bad. And now we're going to go into through the whole season. There's always this big referee controversy. Every season.
Yeah.
It never fails. It came pretty fast, this one. So, I guess they're starting their campaign to get the Chiefs some wins so they can get respectable, because they
3-3 right now.
Yeah, so they got to get them back on top of the AFC West. They said they can't have the Broncos and the Chargers running shit. That ain't how it go. We got Taylor Swift over here.
This was the first penalty-free game for Kansas City in over a decade, I think. Possibly. The Lions had the lowest penalty total in a loss this season. Do fewer calls mean more frustration? The last penalty-free playoff team was 1972 Miami Dolphins, Super Bowl 7, to finish with a perfect 17-0 record. Online betting lines shifted mid-game, citing officiating trends. Lions coach Dan Campbell's claim in a radio interview, Campbell stated unofficial told him the decision to overturn the touchdown came from New York. Calling for a league review. Will the NFL respond? So that's interesting.
A call from New York to rig the game.
Allegedly, we don't know.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Doesn't Las Vegas, New York, calling on bets and stuff to overturn?
Well,
a call?
the officiating center is in New York. That's why they get the calls from New York. Okay. That's why you know how they're like over reviewing the play. They go put on the headset and it takes like 1 or 2 minutes because they're calling back to New York. New York has all the cameras and everything to review everything. That's why New York called.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chess. Interesting.
New York is on the phone. We don't like that shit. Turn it over. There's been so many AI memes of Travis Kelce and them walking up to the refs and tapping their credit card on the on the credit card reader and a penalty being called. It's been hilarious. But here we are again for the alleged rigged games. And you know what? The NFL knows it's not going to stop none of y'all from watching, so they don't give a damn.
And we talked about it. You could like go way back during the Super Bowl. We admitted that we were looking into the logos and stuff and how the color changes align with who was playing in the Super Bowl. Taylor Swift getting a bunch of young generation to watch the game. Number of sales on Kelsey's jersey, and then Andy Reid just taking it all in.
Has the logo for this season already been released?
Oh, I don't know. I gotta look into that one.
Nobody wants to see them go back. We're tired. Okay. I think I can speak for everyone when if somebody gonna make it, let the Bills get there. That is crazy. Even though the Bills been, you know what? The Patriots have been balling. Drake May has been balling out. Hell yeah.
No, go off, Jess. Joe Flacco.
Oh, the Unk Bowl?
The yesterday's game. The Unk Bowl.
Did you see that video where one of the old linemen were celebrating with Aaron Rodgers and he jumped on him and they both fell down and Aaron Rodgers was fucking pissed and he took that man down. No, I'm not gonna lie. He was hella mad.
That's so funny. Comment below your thoughts. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, that's super interesting. Are we gonna look? Is it gonna be a Kansas City Chiefs type of Super Bowl again? We will see.
Hopefully not, dude. I'm hoping that somebody else emerges from the AFC side. NFC is anybody's game. Not anybody's game, but it's been a nice rotation on that side. I do not, and not even from the perspective of being a Raider fan. Maybe. It is a perspective of being a Raider fan. But I don't want to see them fools in the Super Bowl again. Okay?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that. And give it to the Bills. If the Bills earn it and they get there, please don't not have them people go to the Super Bowl on some bullshit ass penalty. like last season. Let them men in blue get to the Super Bowl, okay? I know the Bills fans will be disgusted.
Right.
They have this super team, this elite quarterback, one of the best in the league. And y'all can't get to the Super Bowl?
Okay.
And I honestly go as far as saying if the Bills actually can make it to the Super Bowl, they're probably going to win that thing. I mean, I would hope so, but we'll see, I guess.
Oh, last week, too, with the Eagles and stuff. Again, turnover by the New York Giants and stuff. Do you see a turning point for the New York Giants after that game?
Oh, Jackson Dart and Scatterboo. They coming for y'all. Nah, I mean, hey, they're playing pretty good. Okay, they're playing pretty good. Like I said, let's keep an eye on them. They might be more to them than we thought. Even though the Eagles kind of losing a little bit. I don't know. Maybe they need. I don't know. I just feel like it's the same thing as usual with the Eagles. I don't think A.J. Brown is involved enough in the offense. Like, they're not throwing the ball to their people. And I'm like, you have Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Obviously using the hell out of your tight end because he's been getting crazy fantasy points for the last few weeks. But you still got A.J. Brown. And he's not. And I think has Saquon been having a down year so far too. I think Saquon Barkley, Saquon Barkley.
Controversies baked into sports, but trust matters most. When games still look too clean, fans want answers, not spin. The solution: rigorous officiating reviews and open communication. Only then can the NFL move from suspicion to celebration, keeping fans truly invested. Comment below your thoughts. What do you guys think about that? But quickly mentions before we get into Culture Corner. Josh Marshall, manager for David and founder of Mogul Vision, denied any involvement in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose body was found in David's Tesla. Marshall addressed rumors on TikTok, refuted claims he was contacted by the family, and noted he doesn't live in California. Police have not named any suspects. The case remains under investigation.
Yeah, guys, you got, like I said, I know everybody wants to do their own little TikTok investigations with their assumptions of the videos, and this is her, and this is this.
It's his fault.
But let them do their investigation, because it's never what it seems. I remember when XXXTentacion passed away,
there was a lot
or got murdered, and everybody was
hella conspiracies on it.
Everybody was coming for Drake.
Oh yeah,
like, Drake
called him out on his song, bro.
I can't believe you did this shit. But
oh shit,
allegedly,
people
got paid allegedly, because I think he was called to that case. It wasn't he had to testify or something.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I can't remember, but I think he did. But that was crazy. It's just
wait.
Just let the facts come out. I mean,
we'll definitely
I would say that, obviously they would be tied to it in some way. I mean, it was his car. But just let the chips fall where they may. We don't know. Shoot, for all we know. Never mind. Let the facts come out, y'all.
Chinese criminal gangs have stolen billions from Americans through sophisticated scams, including $1 billion via fake text messages and $5 billion in online fraud in 2024 alone. Many operations use traffic workers in Southeast Asia. In October 2025, U.S. authorities seized $15 billion in Bitcoin from a Cambodia-based group. Those pop-up messages that you have that you're like, oh, that might be a scam and shit. Those are the ones they're talking about.
I don't know how people be clicking on them things. I'll be getting them emails like, thank you for your purchase of Bitcoin.
Right.
I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't got that account. Secondly, I ain't buying nothing. Yeah. Thirdly, I'm broke right now. So you're lying.
Stop lying, Jess. Yeah, comment below on your thoughts on that. Yeah, it's just a lot of scams going on, especially for the elderly people that don't know what's going on and they just follow along, like the USPS confirmation, Amazon confirmation, bank account confirmations, and they get you a lot on this. Especially AI nowadays, it's very
Elderly people
it's risky.
and people that have elderly parents. Let them know there are classes to protect them from these scams.
Yeah.
Those services are out there. Find them for your parents so they are not scammed out of their retirement. It is already tough out here as it is.
Continuing to willing to learn, Home Depot offers free training through its Path to Pro program, which provides online and in-person courses in skilled trades like construction, HVAC, and electrical work. The program includes job-seeking resources and certifications upon completion, aiming to address the skilled labor shortage by training and connecting people with jobs.
People, those HVAC jobs pay.
Bro.
Especially if you're doing commercially. Get that money, y'all.
I always like to connect because they said there's going to be a shortage. They need like 300,000, 500,000 people in the next 5 years or so.
Yeah.
So get into that.
The big thing that our parents were talking about is finally catching up, and they were talking about it to our generation. Back then, how in all the schools, it used to be a normal thing where trades were in school. Shop, wood shop, mechanic, all that stuff used to be in the schools, and over time they took that stuff away, and kids really went away from that stuff. So now these people are being aged out of those jobs, and they have a shortage. People aren't looking to do those things. People don't even know to look to do those things at this point unless their family was already into those type of things.
Because they want to do TikTok, be TikTok streamers, IRL.
Y'all, ain't not everybody could be an influencer. You understand?
If anything, you got to provide a service. Yes, entertainment's here and there. It's very likely for a very few of people who could actually do that because of their creativity, but it's not for everyone. And it's difficult as hell. Speaking from experience, it is difficult as hell to be a content creator.
Guys, this is a pivotal time. This is a perfect time to build wealth for your future and your family.
Yeah.
There's so many things, so many companies, so many trades of people being aged out. This is your time to start your business, y'all. Y'all got to think outside the box.
Yeah, no, for real. Mexican cartels are reportedly offering bounties on U.S. ICE and CBP officers, according to DHS. The tiered system includes $2,000 for doxing or surveillance, $5,000 to $10,000 for non-lethal attacks or kidnapping, and up to $50,000 for assassinating high-ranking officials, aiming to incite violence against federal law enforcement. That's crazy. I mean, you hear Trump talking about sending people to Oakland, San Francisco now. They're in Chicago. National Guard sending them out. They're at risk. A lot of Americans are at risk right now, especially in that type of jobs. Yes, the benefits, the pay is good. What's it fucking called? To get in it, yes, it sounds enticing, but it's a risk for sure, especially in this country now with a lot of that. Yeah. Anything else, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean,
50,000.
I don't know. The stuff that I've been seeing has been very distasteful. I just feel like it's
all we could do is watch.
That's really it. Like, I feel hopeless watching. I'm like, this is horrible. All this stuff going on is bad. It's bad. It's real bad. It's crazy, and it's only going to get worse. Unfortunately, it's only going to get worse and more crazy. And with the government shutdown, honestly, I don't even know if that thing gonna come back up. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah, you've been watching the videos I sent you, huh? Instagram is tightening content restriction for teens, adopting the PG-13 movie rating standard to limit what young users can see. The policy rolling out by year's end will also apply to AI chatbot interactions. Meta says this move aligns with what parents want. No nudity will be recommended and aims to address ongoing concerns about child safety. Cap, like I said, cap, okay? Even with the Roblox thing, we talked about that. Like, there is no real incentive to block this stuff, okay? In my opinion, just keep your kids off of social media, especially now with Sora, AI. That photo could be taken and they could be created on for your child, about your child doing whatever explicit thing that they have. PG-13, I guess you could roll that out, but it's capped. With a lot of child pornography online, again, with Sora 2, possibilities are out there. So I just don't know at this point. The leadership up above, they don't freaking care, okay? They gave us these social media accounts to divide us, and that's just my opinion throughout this whole time we've been doing this show, okay? Anything, Jess?
Yeah, I mean, do your best to try to get your kids outside, like Dolly said, even though old people don't apparently like when kids are outside playing and having a good time. I see too many of them videos of older people giving kids a hard time when they're just out having fun. I literally hate that shit.
But that's the thing. It's those stuff is so rare, but on social media, it seems like it happens a lot more often than it usually does.
I hope so. I hope it's not really like that out there, because that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Fear Factor returns in January 2026, hosted by Johnny Knoxville.
Mr. Knoxville.
This new version drops contestants into isolation for intense stunts, gross out challenges, and strategic gameplay. Executive producer Sharon Levy promises Knoxville's fearless energy and a fresh approach that pushes fear and social strategy to the limit, with one winner taking home at a major cash prize.
This is back when I used to love Joe Rogan.
Uh-huh.
Fear is obviously not a factor for you.
That shit was gross, bro. But real. And I think Johnny Knoxville is going to be very entertaining hosting this show.
Absolutely. I might actually watch.
Yeah, he's hella funny for the shit he been doing, man. He risked his life for a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, he was like, I'm too old now to be doing all those stunts. I got to go from a host perspective. That man was breaking his neck every other week. I'm like, dang, losing teeth.
That shit's gonna be interesting as hell. Yeah, Culture Corner, guys. Yeah, we gotta get. I was right. Eddie Wilson, Winslow, is his name. But what really happened to Darius McCrary? The Family Matters star was arrested in San Ysidro port of entry on October 5th, 2025, after U.S. Customs discovered an outstanding Michigan warrant for failing to pay. Fucking out, bro. Hold on, just give me a moment. All right, we just got back. Entry on October 5th, 2025, after U.S. Customs discovered an outstanding Michigan warrant for failing to pay child support. Was he fleeing to Mexico? Actually, he was re-entering the U.S., not leaving. McCrary's legal troubles date back to 2015 when he paid $5,500 to avoid jail, and in 2023 owed $52,000 in child support. In a San Diego court hearing, Darius, representing himself, repeatedly told the judge, "I'm here on special appearance," leaving the court baffled. Let's take a look.
Before we proceed, we need to establish jurisdiction. It's imperative that we establish jurisdiction. Your Honor, I'd like to also say I'm here on special appearance.
Special appearance for who?
I'm here on special appearance.
Sir, who are you specially appearing for?
I'm specially appearing for Darius McCrary. I'm here pro per special appearance.
And when you say you were here pro per and special appearance, who are you?
I'm an authorized signatory thereof of the estate and the executor of the estate.
Who's the state?
The McCrary estate.
And your name is?
Darius. I'm the authorized signatory thereof, Darius McCrary.
The judge ultimately assigned him a public defender, stating Darius is unable to understand and appreciate the legalities. Is it bad luck or poor choices or just a mess? McCrary McCrary, fucking hell, agreed to extradition back to Michigan, where his case continues. Can a sitcom star find real world solutions? And I think he's on the right path on this. Okay. But again, this is educational and entertainment purposes. I am not a tax professional. I am not a law professional or anything. It's just my thoughts completely. Just a lot of people are calling him delusional, doesn't know what he's talking about. And I think he's on the right path on this, guys. He is. He's trying to establish jurisdiction to not with the straw man, with his name, Darius. Ever since from birth, you give your power to the state. Okay, he's trying to establish trustee of his own estate, which he's not the beneficiary. If the court is the beneficiary, they're just trying to tap into his credit from the Social Security number. Okay, I really believe he's on the right path. He just needs to file correct paperwork and stand on what he's talking about. There's a lot of legal terms that a lot of people aren't paying attention to, and I could see it in the comments. People are oblivious to what he was really trying to do. His special appearance, tie you to the birth certificate. The judge even was like, who are you representing? He needs to step away from that birth name that he has because the state owns that name. If he came into as he just needs a trust attorney, because all courts are tax courts. It's not a criminal court. If you look into one guy, child support is fraud or so, and it's true, it is fraud because they're just tapping into your Social Security number. He should have said sui juris, means possessing full legal rights and capacity to manage one's own affairs, and he is competent in his right mind. That video did look crazy, like he didn't know what he was talking about.
It just seems like he didn't have the right words.
He didn't have the right words. It's a lot of tax law, trustee laws, bankruptcy laws, things that are hidden, and they play on words to get you to stand under their jurisdiction. From my best ability, and I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, I'm not well versed on it, I'm still learning on it, that we're in those courts, you're under maritime law, and you want to move into the common law where you could establish that you're the trustee and that you have full beneficiary control of what the money is going to. Because at the end of the day, they're just trying to contract with you. They refuse the contract. That's what they're trying to put on him so they could tap into the Social Security number so everyone could get paid. To the attorneys, to the judges, to the bailiffs. Everyone is trying to get paid off of your name, and that's what they're trying to do. You really got to do status correction to a national. Right now, you're a citizen. That's, from what I'm hearing, that's kind of type of slavery. Slavery has never been abolished, in my opinion. It's just put back into a monetary system, and here we are. Everything is legitimately free, and we're not tapping into our own securities. They are tapping into our securities, getting that money out of the Social Security numbers. Just file correct paperwork and stand on what you're really talking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was that confusing at all, or did it kind of see?
No, because you've already kind of told me about this stuff in the past, so I'm knowing what you're talking about at this point, and I've seen a lot of videos in the past of people explaining it, but it's hard to explain. Honestly, it's one of those things where if you don't care to do the research, you're not going to understand. You can't. It's not something that can be explained in 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, no.
If you are interested to learn about that stuff, you really got to go out on your own and look into that on your own, because obviously it's not information that they want to be simple, because then everybody will be doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I mean, there's a way to do it. I'm not going to put it out there because go do your own freaking research. But the way of doing business and stuff, that's the way I'm going to eventually push it. there's a lot of people out there that are actually doing it right now, and they are doing the research. Like I said, child support is fraud. Look him up on Instagram. He went through a lot of research to get out of child support, and it was bad on the baby mamas, but he did the work and actually got out of it. A lot of people I'm following right now who are into that private sector. We're all living in the public sector right now. But yeah, comment below your thoughts. What do you guys think? McCrary was re-entering the U.S., not fleeing. Okay. His child support cases span over a decade. How many times has this happened? A lot. We just covered that. The hearing was recorded by ABC 10 News. San Diego, McCrary's lawyer withdrew before the court date. Michigan authorities have 30 days to extradite him. Will he finally face the music? Yeah, he just needs a trust attorney, really, because they're tapping into your securities, my guy. But he's on the right path. I really see that he's going to eventually get out of this and actually settle jurisdiction with the courts. He's on the right path. He needs a little help there, okay? Comment below your thoughts. If you didn't know this, there is a lot of information. Just go seek them out. There's people out there helping others people, but it's not as easy as people think it's going to be. There's a lot of things you got to learn. And the people I'm learning from, they're sick of the public, man. They're just sick of them because they're just like, oh, I want this, I want that. You should do this for free, yada, yada. No, man. Private schooling, it costs money, and these people are trying to do it for free, but then the public is, I don't know. But McCrary's story is a lesson. Fame doesn't shield you from responsibility. Understand your obligation, ask for help if lost, and never try to wing it in court. From that perspective, that's crazy. The real solution, show up, speak honestly, and handle your business before it turns into headlines. Yeah. Comment below your thoughts. Sora 2. Oh my gosh. Big conversation on this, guys. Like, fucking hell. OpenAI Sora 2 video generator is the talk of the internet, and for all the wrong reasons. While CEO Sam Altman claims Sora blocks living public figures by default, users are flooding social media with uncanny videos starring deceased icons, Tupac, Michael Jackson, Martin Luther King Jr., and even SpongeBob. And this innovation, exploitation, or both. Even as Sora 2 watermarks videos, the sight of late celebrities performing for laughs or profits is upsetting to many, including to Zelda Williams, who called out AI creators for using her father, Robin Williams' image. Fuck.
All right.
Yeah, man. Gotta quit smoking. Sora's cameo feature lets living users control their likeness, but dead celebrities have no say. Laws vary, but loopholes abound, especially with disclaimers or transformative uses. The stake, the future of movies, acting, and digital rights. Altman promises more changes after backlash. Copyright holders must now opt in, not just opt out, and will share revenues. Still, the industry and the law are scrambling to keep up. Is this the end of control over your digital self or your digital likeness?
We cooked, y'all.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
We are cooked, y'all. I don't know where the world is going right now.
Entertainment. People are just being entertained right now with all these videos. Martin Luther King, like the video right, the one I showed you right here. This one's pretty hilarious. He's like, I believe in free groceries, and
he ran out.
Yeah, that was hella funny. But that's what I'm saying about like putting photos out of your kids, because you really don't own that stuff. It's on their platforms. They could do whatever the hell they want with it, because you could see other people's likeness being taken and being AI driven, created, generated to make ads, and they're just like, what the fuck? this is real. What? And they can't do anything about it unless you want to go to arbitration, which is under the courts, and they have control of it, and they're gonna fucking spend your money for years and years until you're bankrupt. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, like, I know nobody reads it, but all these social media platforms have user agreements, and everybody all scrolls, but like, la, 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 I agree. You don't even know what you agreed to. You just said you agreed. And so when stuff like this happens, you can't be mad because you know you didn't read that shit. I think South Park touched on this with the Apple agreement when they. Do you remember that episode a long time ago?
Oh yeah, with the
human centipede thing.
Yeah. That shit's true. My God, it's crazy. But and then there was this creator talking about they're literally creating child porn off of this stuff, guys, and that's the direction people are going to nowadays. It's just out of hand. We talked about Google VO, and that was kind of scary too. And now this is turning characters.
AI is taking over.
It is.
And it's getting smarter. And
yeah,
I don't know if people are going to stop using it. And it's just going to keep getting smarter. And the guy's thing was, because I seen that video too with the guy I was talking about, and he was like, eventually it's going to get to the point where you're going to be starting to be framed for shit you didn't do.
Yeah.
And we know how the public is.
Yeah,
Once you're being crucified within the public eye, there's really no coming back from that. You know what I mean? People, like even younger people, I don't know if they're trolling or not, but you'll see some of these AI videos and sometimes people are really like, is this real? Yeah. Like you have to have a keen eye. The further along it gets, you have to have a keen eye to spot AI.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still see it though. It's just like a certain way and a certain cadence in which they talk. You could tell, but you have to really look for it. But after a while, you know, people will get desensitized. And like I said, and AI is only going to get better. Yeah. Artificial intelligence is going to get smarter, and it's going to make things closer to the real thing. Like, look how far it's come. Mm-hmm. So you can spot it now, but give it a few more months. You might not be able to.
Yeah. And if any videos of us, bro, come to this show, we'll tell you the fucking truth because... yeah, that shit's not going to fly by with us for sure. We'll definitely defend ourselves off of those videos. It's crazy. It's crazy. Over 30 states are considering new laws on post-mortem publicity rights. Sora 2 videos have amassed millions of views in under a week. SAG-AFTRA's 2023 contract requires consent for digital replicas in movies. OpenAI's opt-in for copyrighted characters was implemented in October 2025. The Carlin AI special lawsuit set a new legal precedent for digital voices uses. And even in movies, man. Okay, we talked about this with the Google VO. It's going to be awesome and cool to generate, you know, anime, cartoon shows to make it look real. But you're putting a lot of people out of business off of that.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it may be cool, but these artists, these actors, actresses, these creators, they're starting to sweat a little bit because this is their jobs on the line. And this is what it's looking like the future is, the direction the future is moving to.
Yep.
That they're like, why do I need you?
Yep.
I have AI.
And make more profits off of it, off of the other people's likeness. Yeah, and it goes back to Darius. You know, you gotta own your likeness to own your name. There's certain ways to do it. Again, legalese, you really gotta dig deep into it. But interesting. Just keep your kids off of it. I'm trying my best to keep my kids off of it, taking photos and things, but social media just got a lot of people. It really does. Interesting. Any last thoughts on that? Comment below your thoughts. Jess, any last thoughts?
Mm-mm.
You scared?
No, we cooked. It ain't nothing to be scared about. It's like I can't, you know what, bro?
Yeah,
We gotta just live our lives. We can't control this stuff. I don't know. I don't really want to dwell on that. Because I can't do anything about it. So why? Why am I gonna stress out about it, lose sleep over stuff I can't control? Is it a little bit scary? Yeah, it can be. I mean, but this is the direction we're moving in, and unless you get the masses to agree, which they're probably not, this is gonna change. That's it. Like, if you can't get the people as a whole to agree, we have to be one band, one sound. And if you can't do that, oh, well, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, might as well bring in the chips and digital IDs and everything.
We almost there. We're going to be in a, we're going to have an underground group. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Build up your communities, guys. Build up your communities. I think that's a foundation in America right now.
I'm like, y'all don't understand how close we are to V for Vendetta. I'm just saying. Shit's getting crazy. If you're really paying attention, shit is getting crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all rights, our rights are being taken away. I just hope y'all know that right now.
It's not just in America. It's all over the world.
You don't see the world is a lot of major places, and I know we're under a lot of censorship in America, but if you look in the right channels, you will see there's a lot of countries fighting their governments right now.
Oh yeah, Madagascar did it. Gen Z. We're waiting on you, Gen Z.
It's literally going down right now.
Gen Z, you gonna do it? You gonna do it?
And y'all thinking everything is all right? It's not.
Yeah. AI like Sora 2 blurs the line between tribute and theft. The tech is dazzling, but the ethics are muddy. The lesson, consent and respect must drive innovation, not just viral content. Don't let progress outpace our humanity. Let's demand clear rules and fair use before everyone's likeness becomes their fair game. Yeah, prepare. After this last story, we'll stay on story on viral view. We'll react to Doja Cat has gone viral for attempting to answer a question that would seem to be easy to answer, right? We'll get into that. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It's very much appreciated. So, damn, we're already over an hour. What's up with Mario and that crystal scepter? The R&B star showed up on Kai Cenat's Mafiathon 3 Twitch stream last month wielding a staff covered in crystals. Why? Mario told Kai, "I'm trying to close out the summer with the most positive energy ever." He listed the gems, amethyst, pyrite, hematite, and explained when you put them together, we got amethyst. We got pyrite. We have some hematite, citrine, force crystal. Mario said he's been using crystals since moving to LA at age 23, searching for healing and grounding. So why do people get weird about crystals and spiritual practices? On 96.1 The Beat Atlanta, Mario said people fear what they don't understand. There's a lot of witchcraft being performed on our people, and we don't even know it. Let's take a look.
We can't be scared of the knowledge that's actually ours and for us. That's what I will say. You know, we obviously, when I grew up, everything was fearful. Everything was like, don't do that, nigga, you're going to go to hell. Don't brush my feet with the spoon. Spit on the broom. Like,
yeah. Don't split the pole.
Don't split the pole. Don't, like, you give power to these things. Like, what are you giving it power for? It's just like, you gotta take the power back into your own hands. We have to do that because I'm going to say this. There's a lot of witchcraft. Because witchcraft can be both good and
good and bad.
Good and bad. There's a lot of witchcraft that's performed on our people that we don't even know it. But because we're scared of it, we won't even study it to understand how to undo shit that's been done.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the opposite. I grew up in that mindset, and then when I was 23, I became a mystic, and I started practicing the opposite way, and it's been changing my life ever since.
Yeah, he now calls himself a mystic, someone who studies ancient spiritual knowledge without being tied to one religion. Mario's message: do your own research, reconnect with your roots, and don't fear spiritual wisdom. The one thing he lacked was about God. I think he really lacked. again, we don't know who or what he was doing back then, how he got in the industry, who he was connecting with, what spiritual rituals he was doing, allegedly, because we continue to talk about in the industry that they do these types of stuff. I'm not possibly all of them do it, but I don't know, and a lot of people think they know them or they follow them, and I don't know the spiritual stuff. Anything, Jess?
I don't got nothing.
Yes, you do, freaking liar.
I don't have nothing. I mean, like,
you had hella shit to say offline.
No, I really didn't. I mean, like, just because you don't understand it, like you said, doesn't mean it's bad. Like, you gotta do your research. You know, you can't just be taking what people shove down your throat. Sometimes you gotta do your due diligence.
Yeah.
And find the truth on your own. Study the history of your people, where you come from. Yeah. Sometimes people have different spiritual practices, and there's nothing wrong with finding out what your ancestors did back then. And there's nothing wrong with practicing what your ancestors did back then too, if you so choose to. But educate yourself. Find out. You know, just don't stop being a sheep about stuff, and find out what's the real, you know?
Okay, say, you know, these celebrities, they find that path, and in the public, yeah, it looks bad, and they've been doing it for so long. In a way, at first it could have been bad, but now they see the good in it, and that bad is good for them, in a way.
I will say this. There's a lot of symbols that Christianity has demonized in movies and stuff. And if you really do your research and find out about it, find out about those things, a lot of the things are not what they say they are. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I mean by you have to do your research, and then you'll find out that why did they depict this in such a evil way?
Right.
If you follow that in these movies and stuff and this and that and the third, you have to do your own research. That's why I said don't just take what they shove down your throat and run with that. Do your own research.
True.
You know, you got to do your own research, y'all.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it plenty of times.
Even with numbers, like I have 333. There's good in that. Just like spiritual growth, creativity, a lot of good things. I did my research, and it means half evil too. You know, 666. Mario had 666 on it, but it's about electrons or something, not just about devil worshiping and stuff. So I could hear it on that side too, but I don't know.
And also be careful with the numbers, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound crazy or try to scare anybody, but numbers are dangerous. I will say that. You just be careful.
But I believe in God. Okay. I believe in God. Mario first got into crystals in his early 20s. How many artists uses crystals backstage for grounding? A lot. Even my sister was trying to get into crystals and things, and there was positivity in it. I wasn't really into it. But hey, a lot of people are into those type of stuff, and they'll follow it. The crystal scepter bought at Venice Beach, not handmade. Over 50,000 people watched the Twitch moment live. Did you see it? Mario's healing journey started after a tough move from Baltimore to LA. More young black artists are publicly exploring spirituality and ancestral practices. Will this become a trend in music? From what I'm seeing, man, you just cannot unsee it. With Miguel's new album called Chaos, his album cover photo shows he's wearing the devil's mask and stuff. So I don't know what you guys think of that. I know a lot of people think, yeah, that's devil worshiping, but he probably sees it in a good way. We really don't know in this world. We're following along. We're learning the same. People have their spiritual battles. People are growing in this world. And people are going to do what they're going to do. regardless of what anyone says, honestly. Comment below your thoughts. What do you think? Okay. We're just gonna move on. Okay. Viral views reaction. Doja Cat went viral. If you didn't see it, she went viral during IRL podcast interview with Angie Martinez, where she addressed rumors of devil worship. Though she did not give a direct yes or no answer. Let's take a look.
Who works in the store thinks you worship the devil. Mm-hmm. Is it inside of you to ever clear something like that up, or you just kind of let that be fester in the world as it wants to?
I think about it a lot.
Really?
I think about it almost every day.
What part of it?
Every single part. Every time. Every pinpoint of when that's happened to me down my career.
Yeah.
It's happened a lot. And I think it's not for me to prove to people who cannot or don't wish to listen. It's the harsh reality, but I'd like to stay there. And I feel comfortable there because there's so many other great things happening that I can, instead of ruminating, I can choose to express maybe the way I feel about that thing with music or with an outfit or with a painting or with something. Being creative is really a good outlet for addressing to me personally.
Honestly, not to say that I don't know what she does behind closed doors, but to me, it sounded like she's saying the speculation of that adds a component to people still listening to her and seeing what her next move is. It keeps her mysterious because people are like, oh, is she a worshiper? Does she do that? And the fact that she keeps people guessing whenever she puts things out or does crazy looking things, it gets attention. Okay. And she wants to keep that attention. If as long as she doesn't answer that question, because if she came out and said, no, I don't do that, there goes the mystery. Nobody cares anymore.
Interesting. I mean, I see actions speak louder than words, though. If you see her videos, you see what she puts in the music. She sounds like she's worshiping the devil. You see her art, her dressing, the photography. There was one where she was covered all, supposedly it would look like all blood and everything.
I remember that shit.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. You see her cover arts, devil worshiping. She looks like the demon. I think it was like one of her songs was about turning demon and stuff. Hello. That's just me thinking, but again, people are going to speculate. She's going to keep turning it down, but actions speak louder than words. That's how I see it. People are going to do whatever they're going to do. Consciously, I believe people are waking up and understanding that, yeah, the industry is not what it is. It's, yeah, like we've been talking about, that they're not as famous as people want them to be, because we see this stuff, and you know, them coming out publicly saying this. I don't know, with Mario and Doja Cat at the same time like that, are they trying to normalize this stuff with everything, them not speaking about God? I even looked at the comments of this video. You know, they were praising her, saying she's relatable, you know, she can't do no wrong. Just, again, you don't know her life.
I think that's just her fans, probably.
Yeah, that's her fans, but like, we don't know their life. We don't know what she associates with or who she truly follows. It's just a small little big club, whatever, and we're not part of it, so we don't know. We're just speculating at this point. Yeah. Any final thoughts, Jess? We got into both of those.
No, not really. Just try y'all best not to worship people. You know, people can get a little crazy. Mm-hmm. Super fans and all.
Should you worship yourself?
I don't know what you mean by worship yourself.
My thoughts is that God is within us. Jesus taught that God is within us, and that the Bible's been written by man to say, hey, there's this outer person that you should believe in, and we never seen him, and that we should look within. I don't know.
I don't know about the verbiage of necessarily worshiping yourself, but respecting yourself and wanting the best for yourself, I feel like could probably be the equivalent.
Yeah.
So as long as you move and respect yourself and others around you, that's all that matters.
Yeah. But hey, actions speak louder than words. Doja Cat's been showing a lot of that stuff. So hey, people could speculate. But yeah, that's the end of the show. Yeah, we're back. We'll be posting this all on TikTok, getting the clips together. Stay current on the latest sports and celebrity and culture news. Hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and follow the channel. Tap the notification bell so you never miss a new video. We're dropping fresh content every week.
Yes, sure. Mr. Positive Note, what you got for us this week?
You want to do it?
No.
If you fail, never give up, because FAIL means first attempt in learning and is not the end. In fact, END means effort never dies. If you get no as an answer, remember NO means next opportunity. Positive thinking, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Stay blessed. See y'all next weekend. Peace out.